Welcome. So you know what I'm doing. Oh my god, what is in my hair? I just hate how my hair looks. Like, why is it so light? So like naturally I'm like a dirty blonde, and it looks like I haven't dyed my hair for like 3 weeks or more, like months. I have not dyed my hair for literally like a week and a half. I dyed it in 5 though, and I was like, okay, this is it, I'm dyeing it in 4. So I got myself some hair dye. I got 2 of these. Usually 1 is fine for me, but I was like, okay, maybe I'm the problem. Also, it's just so much quicker if you have 2, because you're not really like saving the hair dye. So this is the plan. I think I just look so much more of a baddie with my dark hair, especially when it doesn't have like you see how right now there's like 3 different colors. I like when it's all solid, and also my hair just looks like that much healthier. So yeah, I've never used this specific one of Garnier. I use the colour one from B&M usually. I've also tried Olia. I don't like Olia because, I don't know, it just didn't hold. However, it smells really nice. So if you really don't like the smell of hair dye, use that one. Maybe your hair will like it. My hair, not really. And I think it's also the most expensive one. I think it's like 2 for 14 quid. And this was like £5.98. To be fair, there was no deal on it. Stuff. So yeah, also my pharmacy results have come out as I was getting all this stuff ready. But I decided, okay, I'm going to put all these chemicals on my head, and then as I'm waiting for it to develop, then I'm going to look at my results. Because, I don't know, like, I know I passed everything because another email came through and it showed if we passed all the components for year 1. And I have, so that means I passed this exam. However, I know that I'll be super upset if I see that I didn't do better than I did in January, because I was really unhappy with my results in January. So this might be an interesting day, but for now I have Cinnamon Toast Ken and PewDiePie. They've made a playlist of all their videos from 2024, and I'm literally just gonna binge watch this as I dye my hair, take my sweet time, enjoy myself while I don't know. Right, what do we think? Not gonna lie, in the light I'm like, okay, this is still too light for me. Oh my god, is this like you know when someone goes like really blonde, it's like, was it like blonde blindness, or am I just making this up? I know there's like tan blindness, but like maybe there's like dark hair blindness. I really forgot to tell you, but like whenever I used to have the Olia dye as well, also please look at my fingers. So I had a very nice manicure. Yep, that's 1. That's 2. And then the Olia hair dye, another problem that I had with it is I'd wash my hair. So like I'd have the hair dye in, right? I'd wash it out and it would leave my hair like so greasy, like it would be in straws, like you would not be able to dry it, and then I have to wash it again. Right, this could be a complete fail. We'll see how it is, because I have a hair tie wrapped here and I didn't know if I did it the right way anyway. So we will see. If anything, my hair straightener's on. Right. I'm just losing hair, let's be honest. Right. I mean, kind of lame. Also, I got my pharmacy results yesterday, and obviously I opened them. Like, I took a while, but I opened them, and my overall grade for year 1 is 70, like exactly 70%, like 70,000. And like the comeback that I did is just phenomenal. So like my 12-hour shifts at the library like actually paid off. Like I'm still looking at it and I'm like, I can't believe it, because I know I made silly mistakes. I know I like chose the wrong like laxative. I felt like pharmacy was so hard for me. I felt like such an imposter for the longest time. This whole time I thought, oh my god, like I'm not giving pharmacist, I'm not giving healthcare. But then when I have to speak to a patient, when I have to do a speaking exam, it's like you just turn on. So I'm just like I don't know, but now I'm gonna have really high expectations in year 2. But not gonna lie, volume is minimal. However, I really like how like big the front pieces are. I can't really call them fringe pieces, like people would call them like bangs and stuff, but like girl, I got the main stuff. However, I do probably need to cut my fringe a little bit, but sometimes I do prefer a little bit longer. I don't know. The thing is, what I love about Dakota Johnson is like no matter how she makes her hair, she never has gaps like Kia. But I always do like got these. Where are my sunglasses? Give me a minute. Oh, there we go. Here's my sunnies from Primark. It's like also this whole time I felt like I was chasing the academic weapon that I was like in year 13. I felt like I'm not gonna get there, but I did. I borderline got better because I got 3 A's, and then when I did year 14 I got a B in further maths because I just did it for the lols in my gap year. And obviously like I never reached the highest mark, but now I did. To set some navigation so I know where I'm going. Usually I like to chew a gum when I'm driving. I'm not gonna lie, driving isn't my favorite activity. If there's 100% guarantee that I'm not gonna stall it, that's fine. I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't driven to this town ever by myself, or actually with a friend. So is what it is. I'm actually so hot. Wait, let me open a window. Sorry that I'm eating with my mouth full, by the way. So I have a list of things that I want to get, which in my head will improve my appearance. The first thing is I want to get a skin tint because I like how my makeup looks now, but watch, as I'm driving back when I'm like doing videos later, you're going to notice that my skin doesn't look like that nice. Like my concealer, everything just like comes off. So I tried a primer, I tried a setting spray, but maybe there needs to be better primer or better setting spray, or like, I don't know. So I think in my head, I just need something more thick on my skin, borderline. I also kind of need to get an SPF because I don't have an SPF. I'm going to get the simple one because that's never done me wrong and it's not that expensive. I'm going to say it's £4. Hopefully it's not more. And I have a Superdrug gift card anyway that I got for Christmas. It's £25. So technically that's borderline free money, so that's what I'm going to use. And then for lunch we're having Greg's because my bestie got me that voucher for Christmas, and that's what fed me while I was doing my 12-hour shifts at the library. I also want to get myself I'm gonna call them loafers. They're not loafers, they're like sandals, like straps. I know Primark does them for like £8. Honestly, I'm just gonna get any shade. My prediction for when I was going to arrive was so good because I literally just got here at 12:03. I put my parking for 12, from 12 to 3, and when I was like still sat there, it was like 11:30 and it said a 35-minute drive. So thank God that I like did it a little bit earlier and did actually count like 35 minutes, if that makes sense. Right, this one seems way too dark and that one seems way too light. It's like I need a middle of them two shades. So I got myself a pizza slice from Greg's, a pepperoni one, and then I got myself some wedges. I also have some mayo because mayo is the best thing to dip chips in. Not gonna lie, I kind of broke my bank account a little bit more than I expected because I bought myself that £20 set from Primark. Do you know what? If it was gonna be more than 20, I would have not got it. But because it was like a set, a top and a skirt, and I thought of like combinations of each. like even that top would fit within the, like the jorts that I wore today, because at the end of the day what I was looking for was like a hot ass dress, because that's what I need every single year, to have like a good Instagram post where everyone's like I need that kind of dress. And like the set is not really to that extent, it's more giving like cute and feminine, and I was like, do you know what, I kind of need more stuff like that, because I do dress girly because of like my hair, my makeup and stuff like that. Like maybe it does create sort of like a balance, but I do love like oversized stuff, sort of things that don't really like hug my figure. Convince myself to get the white trousers because I don't have anything that is not denim to wear as a trouser. Like I have these like pajama trousers from Primark, but like you can tell they're PJs. Like I don't think I'd be able to wear them outside. But I don't think you were aware of what I got from Superdrug. So I spent £31 in Superdrug, technically £6. I spent the longest time picking what kind of thing, like foundation, skin tint I wanted, and it wasn't like I was coming in knowing I want the NYX professional one, and I knew that my other friend uses like a Maybelline one, right? But I didn't know that it was going to be so hard for me to pick a shade. Like I needed almost the middle between so many shades. So I feel like naturally maybe I go more to red, I don't know, but I prefer, like for example, the Maybelline concealer that I use is like number 5, and I like it because it gives like a yellowish tone. Like I prefer a yellowish tone on my face instead of red, because I feel like I'm so red naturally, I almost want to hide it. In the end I got this, which is the Dream Radiant Liquid. It costs like £10.99 I think. I know this is like not that big of a difference, like £10.99 to 15 quid, but like I just couldn't justify spending 15 quid on a foundation that might not even be my shade. That's talking about Elf. Then their satin foundations, oh my god, their shades are horrific, as in like there is literally nothing to choose from. It was literally like pink, proper tanned, or like proper white, and like none of them were giving. So I was like, okay, even though it's £8, I'd rather spend just that tiny bit more and get something that I like. NYX was just terrible. It was literally like tanned or white. I don't know, but my first foundation, literally this is my first foundation that I've ever bought. Like I was a concealer girl literally till this day. Then I got myself, this is the simple one that I was talking about, £6.99. This was jaw-dropping. This was jaw-dropping, because I thought even if it cost like 6 quid, even if it was like £5.99, that's expensive. I swear to god, it used to be £3.99 when it first came out. Maybe people love it so much, but yes, I got this. And then I've got myself this serum. So what's her name? I'll insert her name because it's rude that I can't even remember what her name is, but she is like the TikTok skincare queen, and she recommends that, and I thought, you know what, I'll splurge. Another part of my rebranding series, I was like, okay, I kind of want to like change up my room. I mean, I always wanted to change up my room. Like I have not changed it since I basically moved in. The only thing that I kind of borderline changed, well, I changed my desk when I got to year 11, because I was like, okay, let me actually lock in. And then another thing that I changed was I put like Pinterest board stuff on like my wall and stuff, and like Lewis Hamilton's there. But not gonna lie, Lewis Hamilton is kind of like, the poster is coming out, like he's basically not on there. Like the sun literally, which is so sad because it's like him at Mercedes. Anyway, the symbolism, I got it for 2021 Secret Santa for Christmas, before Lewis Hamilton lost the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But right now I just don't think I have enough money for me to change my room, or like to get any like decorations or like things like that. Like I don't want to do that right now. Like right now it's summer, I want to spend my money on like activities and memories, not like a nice vase. So good morning, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make myself some dinner and then I'm gonna try out this new foundation. I open Instagram 6 minutes ago, F1 has just posted Christian Horner has been sacked. What? And it's like with immediate effect. Right, that was such a fail. I'm not even talking about the foundation. I was like, okay, let me prep my skin nicely for the foundation so it looks all nice and glowy. So this is what I did. I used this serum that I got yesterday. I used the eye cream, and then I used this afterwards. And I'm telling you, my like everything just started separating. I was like, okay. I was like, I'll wait for everything to absorb. No, nothing was absorbing. I literally just went and like washed my face. So we're gonna start that again. I borderline don't want to put too much on, but at the same time it's like SPF, so you kind of do have to put quite a bit on. Also, I'm starting to think that this is way too light for me, because if you compare it to my concealer, yeah, we suddenly have a little bit of a problem. In my, like, I still have the hopes that this is gonna oxidize and it's gonna be fine, but I might need to get myself some like bronzing drops or something. Whatever, I can't be asked. So, because at the end of the day, it's not the foundation that's gonna matter, it's the fucking shade. That's the problem. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Free. Okay. Okay, to be fair, I don't know. Okay. Are we ready, guys? Well, it's definitely a yellowish tone, which I wanted. I also know that you're never meant to put too much foundation on your skin, because if you put like thick layers on, then it all kicks up and it looks not that nice. So I am trying to be kind of light with it. Even though even this might be too much. I also, for example, with concealer, when I wear concealer, I always blend it out with my fingers first, and then I'll like blend it out with a sponge. Not gonna lie, I feel like this foundation is giving. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, and I'm gonna try and do the rest of my makeup. Now I'm kind of scared that it's gonna be actually a lot darker than what I currently have on. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is giving too much. I know this is like borderline just giving normal foundation, but in my head I'm like, okay, this is way too much. Like, oh, I don't know, I'm just not used to it. I don't know, I feel like I need to put everything on and then we can decide. Okay, so I finished my makeup, but in my head I'm like, am I now giving too much? So much debate. I fixed my fringe. I'm fucking loving this foundation. I'm like, do you know what, slay? Yes, if I got a little bit darker, it wouldn't suit me, but right now it suits me, and that's what I should be happy with. So do you know what? I say slay, because at the end of the day, I did want the look to be sort of like how I showed, like how I looked yesterday. I also put my concealer on and everything else. Like I want it to stay that way. So we're gonna see if this is gonna hold. So I don't know, I say success, but not gonna lie, I don't know if I like my SPF cream any longer.